The South China Sea, a vital artery for global trade, is simmering with tension. Scarborough Shoal, claimed by China, the Philippines, and Taiwan, symbolizes a larger struggle for dominance. The strategic value of Scarborough Shoal far outweighs its physical size, offering control over rich fishing grounds and potential undersea resources. Frequent standoffs here are a dangerous game of maritime chess, where any miscalculation could trigger a wider conflict. The arrival of U.S. warships has added another volatile layer, transforming the shoal into a superpower showdown. The persistent friction is a stark reminder of unresolved sovereignty questions in the South China Sea. Naval commanders make real-time decisions that could lead to irreversible outcomes. The area has become a microcosm of the broader U.S.-China rivalry, where national pride and military might converge. This tense reality ensures that Scarborough Shoal remains a critical focal point in the ongoing struggle for regional supremacy. The world watches, wondering when the next crisis will erupt. From 30,000 feet, the scene unfolds like a silent, slow-motion drama. The turquoise waters around Scarborough Shoal are dotted with gray hulls. A formidable Chinese flotilla forms a menacing cordon around the shoal, enforcing a blockade. Chinese J-11 fighter jets circle high above, a show of force designed to intimidate. On the surface, Chinese ships shadow any vessel approaching the shoal, creating an environment of extreme tension. Amid this display of power, a lone U.S. Navy destroyer, the USS Higgins, navigates the edge of the disputed zone. The strategic dance between the U.S. destroyer and the Chinese fleet is a high-stakes affair. The aerial and satellite footage captures a region on the brink, with military hardware from two global powers in close proximity. This is no longer a simple dispute over fishing rights. It has evolved into a direct military standoff. The South China Sea has become a chessboard for giants, with pieces dangerously close to a checkmate. The world watches as the tension escalates. The fragile peace was shattered when the USS Higgins altered its course. In a deliberate maneuver, the American destroyer sailed within 12 nautical miles of Scarborough Shoal. This was a freedom of navigation operation, challenging China's maritime claims. The Chinese response was immediate and aggressive, with warships and fighter jets closing in. Tense radio exchanges ensued as the Chinese Navy demanded the USS Higgins leave. The crew of the USS Higgins remained steadfast, asserting their right to be there. This calm defiance heightened the drama, as a single misstep could have led to disaster. The operation marked a significant escalation, demonstrating Washington's resolve to uphold international norms. It pushed the US and China closer to a direct military clash in these contested waters. The decision to conduct such an operation at Scarborough Shoal was a powerful statement. The world watched as the USS Higgins continued its passage, refusing to be intimidated. The tension in the South China Sea reached new heights. In the aftermath of the encounter, China's propaganda machine went into overdrive. A spokesperson accused the US of violating China's sovereignty, claiming Chinese forces drove away the USS Higgins. The US adopted a strategy of calculated silence, allowing its actions to speak for themselves. This stark difference in communication strategies highlights the two powers' fundamentally different approaches. China seeks to reinforce its sovereignty claims, framing the US as an aggressive interloper. The United States focuses on the operational reality, reinforcing the principle of freedom of navigation. The conflicting accounts leave the international community to decipher the truth. Did the Chinese forces truly drive away the USS Higgins, or did the American destroyer complete its mission? This strategic ambiguity may serve US interests by preventing further escalation. The war of words is a battle for perception, a powerful tool in the ongoing struggle for influence. The world watches as the narrative unfolds, with each side vying for control of the story. The tension in the South China Sea remains high, with no resolution in sight. The stakes are higher than ever in this geopolitical chess game. The Philippines, a central claimant in the Scarborough Shoal dispute, has been playing a high-stakes game. Emboldened by its alliance with the US, Manila has become more assertive in exercising its sovereign rights. Philippine vessels conduct frequent patrols, challenging China's de facto control. A recent incident saw a Chinese Navy warship and a Coast Guard cutter collide while pursuing a Philippine boat. The Philippines responded with a public offer of humanitarian assistance, highlighting China's aggressive tactics. Under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the Philippines has pivoted back towards its U.S. alliance, viewing it as a counterweight to Chinese power. At the core of the South China Sea dispute lies a fundamental disagreement over the rule of law. In 2016, an international tribunal rejected China's expansive claims, providing a legal foundation for the Philippines and its allies. The U.S. and its partners reference this ruling as the basis for challenging China's actions. China, however, has rejected the ruling, arguing its claims are based on historical rights. This impasse over international law is the primary reason the conflict remains intractable. The dispute has become a test case for the future of the global order. As long as this legal disagreement persists, the standoffs and confrontations in the South China Sea will continue. The world watches as the tension escalates, with no resolution in sight. The showdown at Scarborough Shoal is a symptom of the rapid militarization of the South China Sea. China has transformed disputed reefs into fortified military outposts, altering the strategic balance. The U.S. and its allies have responded by increasing their military presence and conducting joint exercises. This cycle of action and reaction has created a hyper-militarized environment. The ultimate question remains: who will control the South China Sea? China seeks to turn it into a Chinese lake, while the U.S. and its partners fight for a free and open Indo-Pacific. The fate of this critical global waterway hangs in the balance. The world watches as the tension escalates, with each side vying for control. The stakes are higher than ever in this geopolitical chess game.